and welcome back. In today's tutorial we'll be looking on uh, one more concept in ServiceNow. We have already covered one tutorial on client script, but we left one topic over there, that is onChange client script. So let's see what exactly onChange client script does. So this particular client script runs when a particular value of a field changes on a list view of the changes. So you know, right, when you go on an incident table you see the list of incidents, right? So there are two ways to update the record. One, we can go from a form, and when we try to update the record from a form view, there are three things which happens, okay, which is onChange, onSubmit, and onLoad. These three client script applies over there. Okay, there is one, but we are not adding anything on list view, right? So they have a provision, user has a provision, if they are smart enough, they have a provision to edit these things out from the list view. Okay, to avoid that we have this client script, okay, onChange client script. So it applies all the selected records. So you know, we have a provision in the list view that you can update multiple records also. So it will apply to all the records, okay, which are selected over there. Okay, to make this particular, as you can see on the screen, to make this particular any client script as onChange client script, okay, we have to select onChange in the client script type. It's common sense, okay. Then also, okay, so most important thing, okay, onChange client script do not apply to list view, okay, list widget, home page or dashboard. Okay, keep this in mind. Okay, these are the places where these particular things will not act. Why it will not act? Because there are no list over there. That's they will not act over there. So onChange client script signature has 5 parameters as given on the list. So the first parameter is sysID. What? Now you should not ask me, right? Key of sysID of what, right? Of course it is the sysID of the record on which you are acting upon. Okay, then the second parameter is table. Table is of course the table in which that particular record resides. Okay, so it will give you the table name. If you are trying to update incident record, then it will throw your table name as incident. Okay, old value is the value you want to edit. Okay, new value will be the new value of the edited cell. Okay, so the value you want to change, okay, for that particular item. And there will be a special attribute called callback. Okay, so a callback will continue the execution of the cell edit script. So basically callback is the attribute in this particular script, okay, which determines whether this is a valid operation or not, whether we should allow the user to update it out and save it into the database or not. Okay, this is defined by a callback function. So the callback function has two attributes, two inputs, you can say. One is true and false, and you must have considered, because you are too smart, right? Okay, so you must be knowing, right, key if you feel that the record is valid, the update is valid, then you will insert true, right? If you feel that it's not valid, then you will insert false. Isn't that simple? Okay, so let's move to the practical demonstration, but before that I want to thank Vijay Chandra. He's one of our subscribers. He's following my videos, okay, and he's the one who pointed this out that I missed onChange client script. Okay, so thanks Vijay, and please start posting this kind of comments. Okay, miss what exactly you want to know, okay, on ServiceNow, so that I can help you out with the same tutorials, okay, rather than creating anything from my mail. So let's move to instance. This is an instance. I've changed the color of my instance, okay, or you can say I've bought a new instance. So this is the instance, or this is the interface which we see when we log in into ServiceNow. So as this is a new instance, for the demo purpose we will use our favorite table called incident table, right? So let's move on to incident. I will the people who don't know how to go directly to the list view, okay, I will close this tab also, no innovator. Okay, so you should type it table name dot list. Okay, so if you are typing the list in caps, it will open the list view in the next tab. If you are typing it small, then it will open in the same tab. Just an add-on, okay, on the tutorial. Okay, so this is the incident table, right? Okay, this is the incident table, and this other record, this we call as a list view. So people have a provision to change anything from the list view. So for example, if I double click on this, I can edit these things out, right? Okay, same with priorities, everything you can say. Okay, so how to create a client script? Okay, I will duplicate this tab out. It's pretty simple. You have to just right click, configure, go to client script. It's the same step. Okay, now I will create a new script. Okay, this will be the first script in this instance. Create. Okay, so I will give it the name. So we will follow our abbreviations only. So it will be SN colon on cell edit demo. Okay, demo. Okay, so why on okay, onChange demo. So this is on incident table. You know, there is a attribute called UI type, through which we can define whether this particular client script should act on desktop, on mobile and service portal, or anywhere. Okay, so we will keep it on desktop view as of now. Okay, and application is global. Active will define whether this particular client script is active or not. If we check this inherit checkbox to whatever table which extends incident table, this particular client script will be readily available on those. Okay, it will start acting on the same. And then we have global. So this was the type, common sense thing, you remember, right? So on the type, as we are demoing, we are doing the demo on onChange client script, so I think we should select onChange over here with the type. As you can see, as soon as I select the onChange, okay, this new field came up. It's called field name. So here we have to select a field on which you want this onChange client script to act upon. So you can say this particular client script acts upon a field level, not a record level. Okay, so for example, let's keep it as active only. Okay, I will keep it, yeah, or let's keep it on short description. What is there on the form? Short description, right? So let's keep it on short description. So it states that whenever the short description change, okay, this particular thing will run. So as you can see, this signature is auto generated when we are defining this onChange client script. It has 5 attributes: sysID, table, old values, new values, and callback, as I already explained. And callback is a function which has an attribute called save and close, and we have already defined our value for save and close equal to true. Okay, it's pretty fine. First of all, let's see. Okay, people don't trust me, right? So let's see whether what I told is right or not. So let's print all these things out. So I will give alert. Okay, we will try to print all the 5 attributes again and see that it's getting when it's getting executed and what values we are getting for the same. Okay, so I'll give sysID. You know, right? Alert is just like a gs.info on a server side. So I will give sysID. Perfect. Okay, and let's give it 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I also want to see what is there in callback. I never tried this thing out. Let's see. So table, old value, new value, and callback. Okay, Control A, Shift D. Okay, now let's try to print it out. We have created a client script on short description. Okay, keep this in mind. So let's show you each and everything. Okay, so I went to the list view. whenever you write any kind of client script, okay, it's recommended that you should reload it out, because sometimes it will not um, be applicable, right? So I have refreshed it out. Now I've written a client script on short description. Let's try to change something else, whether it works or not. People don't trust me. So planning, I will change to critical. Something got changed. Nope, no alerts. Oh sorry, it was planning only. Or high, nothing got changed. Okay, so if I try to change the short description, okay, if I type ServiceNow developer, okay, if I save, so now that particular script got run. How we came to know? Because we have been the alert in that and we got the alert pop-up. Okay, so the first is sysID. The sysID gives the sysID of this particular record. Okay, the second one is table. Of course, it's an incident table. You can see in the list view, right? It's an incident dot underscore list dot. That means it's an incident table. So it gave table as incident. The third value was old value. So previously it was test 11. Okay, I don't know why I given test 11. So previously it was test 11. I change it out. Okay, then the fourth value is new value. I have given a ServiceNow developer. This is a new value. Okay, the fifth is callback function. Now one thing, I am not sure what exactly this is. Okay, I think it's kind of function which act upon, okay, when we set the value. The only thing you should also keep in mind is like there are two you can only pass two values inside that, true or false. If you want to insert the data, then true. If you want to abort the data, then false. Okay, don't take tension. So it's okay. Okay, now let's try some example. Okay, we'll change this thing out only. Okay, so what I will do now, let's try this thing out. First of all, let's remove this alert things. I don't like alerts. And now we will give, what should we give? No condition. Okay, whenever is the short description change, this particular code will run, and we will confirm it out. Okay, we will give variable. If people are not aware about confirm is also an alert only. So on alert, when you get the alert checkbox, it's only OK button, right? But on confirm, it gives you value whether you want to proceed or not. Okay, and it returns the value true or false. So I will give confirm result. Okay, confirm result. What is the syntax for that? It's confirm. Okay, you can ask any question you want to. Okay, so question like, do you feel you are so smart to so smart to update an incident? Okay, this is a question which we are asking. If it's yes, then we will allow the user to update the record. If he is not confident, he says no, then we will not allow him. Okay, so we will, and this particular confirm, based on the selection, it will give true or false value. Okay, so we will have if confirm result equal to true. If it's true, then we will set this attribute 7 close. Okay, to true. It's already true, but for demo purpose, okay, empty will not look good. Okay, else we will give it a save and close equal to false. Done. Pretty easy. It's still on a short description. Okay, save. Now what's the next step? First of all, close this new tab. Okay, this is a step for me only. Okay, so what's the next step? Just go to the list view, refresh the list out. Okay, great. Now we will change something out. Let's make this also ServiceNow developer. Okay, so ServiceNow developer. Okay, if I save this out, so this is the confirmation box basically. So it's asking me, okay, do you feel you are so smart to update an incident? Okay, if someone else is using my system, right? Okay, someone else is using this form, he is not that smart as me, right? So he will cancel it out. Okay, and if we cancel it out, it will not allow to update because we have given call what was that attribute, save and close equal to false. Okay, now if I try to again update the incidents, ServiceNow developer, save, this time myself I am sitting over there, right? So it's asking me again, do you feel you are so smart to update an incident? Definitely I have written the script, so I am. So this time I will push OK, so it will return the value as true, and then we can, the save and close will set to true, and then we can update this incident. This is how it should happen. Let's try it out. If I say OK, done. I was able to update the record. Okay, let's try one more. So you must be now quite familiar, right, key how it's working. Okay, let's take one more example. Let's take this particular client script only, and let's take some let's take services. Okay, so I'll move it from here to service. Okay, service here. So let's select something over here. Email, I don't like email services. Okay, I always create a rule which will push all my emails which are coming from ServiceNow to spam. Okay, so that's the reason you should not do this. Okay, so service is equal to email. Let's see the sysID of it. I will open the record in new tab. Okay, now what we want to do, if, because see, I don't want to see any incident for email service. Okay, so I want to block it on the UI itself. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply right click and copy the sysID of this record so that I can distinguish, okay, the email service. And now coming over here, what I can do, let's remove this. Let's start it from start only, right? Okay, so what I can do, if new value, okay, you can, because it's on the services, when we are trying to change the service to so new value will arise, right? If new value equal to this is ID, okay, because it's a reference field, then we'll give a confirmation box. Okay, no, let's not give confirmation, I will give alert. So if we are getting some incident, okay, on which service is someone trying to update the incident service to email service, right? So we'll give in the alert I will give, hey, this is an email service, be aware. Okay, exclamation. Okay, so this, and we don't want that service, we don't want incident from email service, right? So what we can do, we can do save and close to false. Okay, else if it's not there, then we can give alert. And what we can give, thank God the service is not email service. Okay, and okay, and we can save and close to set to true. Pretty easy, right? Pretty simple, pretty easy. I don't think this is anything rocket science, okay, in this. Okay. So but I have made one mistake. It should be an else. Okay, so I will else. Okay, I will put it over there. Control A, Shift Tab, done. This is the code which we have written. Okay, so let's save it out. I will refresh the list. Okay, now for everything service is empty. Okay, let's try to give some other service. Okay, let's not go with the email service first. Say if I change it to SAP Enterprise Services, okay, and if I save, so it's giving me thank God the service not an email service. Okay, if it's not an email service, we don't have any problem, right? Let it go. We will handle those incidents, right? Or we can say we will route it to the SAP team. So if I was say okay, SAP Enterprise Services got updated. Now if I try to update the same incident with email, okay, come on. Okay, now if I type email over here, okay, now we don't want this incident. Okay, so if I try to save, say hey, this is an email service, be aware. We have already made the adjustment whenever we are getting, when someone is updating the incident as email service, right? So if it's okay, it will not get updated. I hope the concept of onChange is pretty clear to everyone, and also I think Vijay, it's helping you out also to understand the same. Okay, for any further topics on which you are stuck, or you want some help from my side, or you need some tutorial from my side, okay, please put it in the comments. Okay, and I will try to come up with the tutorial on the same as soon as possible. Okay, till then, like, follow, subscribe, stay with me in this journey of ServiceNow learning. I am also learning with you. Okay, stay safe and have a nice day. Thank you.